Hi Preps! This week we'll be making a cut-out paper tiger. All you need are some colored pieces of paper, a glue stick, a pencil, a Sharpie, and if you've got something round like a mug that you can use to trace over, that will be great. Let's get started. First, we're going to make the head and the body of a tiger. So take your mug or something that is round. We're going to trace 2 circles on our piece of paper. So making sure when you're tracing, you're pressing on to the object so it doesn't move, and you're going around with your pencil very gently, but also dark enough so you can see it. The next thing is we need to cut these shapes out. We're going to keep 1 circle for the head. With the second circle, if you can have something with a smaller circumference at home, let's say a plastic cup, use that plastic cup and just cover the circle and trace it. So just like this, I'm going to cover and trace so that I'm left with a shape that looks like this. And now I'm going to cut this out to make the body. So this will become the tiger's body. So cut that out. Okay, and we don't really want our tiger to have pointy feet. So just snip off the ends, just like that. And that will become the body of the tiger. Before we put everything together, we still need to create the tiger's ears, eyes, and nose. So with your orange piece of paper, we're going to draw in the ears. The ears are like 2 flower petals. So you can draw a backward C shape, just like that. And then draw a line down, okay? And again, try and make it pretty much even as best as you can. And draw it down. So do 2 backward C's and cut them out. Now for the eyes and the nose, we need a black piece of paper. If you don't have a black piece of paper at home, you can always draw it on a white piece of paper and then color it black and just cut it out. So for the eyes, we're just going to draw 2 small circles. It might be a little hard for you to see on camera. Okay, so 2 small circles. Try and make them the same shape. And for the nose, we're going to draw a triangle. Okay, but then we're going to make the edges curved. So once you've drawn a triangle, we're going to just go around that triangle and make the edges curved. Just like that. Okay, so when you cut it out, okay, it's going to be curved. And if you think the lines are too confusing, you can erase the inner lines. Okay? And then we're going to cut them out as well. The very last thing we need to do before we glue everything together is to create the tiger's tail. So I just took a scrap piece of paper that wasn't used. I'm going to draw a curved shape up, and then we're going back down for the tail, okay? And then we're gonna cut this out as well. Before you start gluing, we now have our pieces of paper together, okay? Now I want you to assemble everything first. And assemble means to put everything together before we start gluing, okay? So I'm gonna take my head and just cover a part of the body. I'm going to slip the ears behind to make it slightly smaller, okay? And notice how Joanna is adjusting that. I mean, she's changing how big or how small or where she puts each part, okay? Before I touch these black pieces of paper, the eyes and the nose, I'm going to make sure that I glue the tiger together first, okay? So let's do that now. So notice how Joanna tried not to move things around and kept everything together. Now we've got the tiger, and now we can also explore where we want the nose and the eyes to be. So the nose will be right there. I'm not sure if I want my eyes this way or sideways. Let me try sideways. Okay, so you can also play around with how you position the eyes. I think I'll keep it like this. And we're just going to glue that on. Okay, and again, don't move everything off at the same time. Take one piece, glue it, and then glue the other piece, okay? Because that helps you with your layout. Okay, obviously it doesn't really look like a tiger just yet. So now we're going to draw on some lines so that it looks more like a tiger. So with your Sharpie, we're going to draw on some lines. So at the top, you're going to draw 3 straight lines down, just like that. Okay, and then on the sides as well, 3 straight lines in this way, and 3 straight lines. Well, they're a bit curved actually, 3 curved lines this way. All right, and now for the mouth. We're going to draw a line from the nose, a curved line, almost like writing the letter U out this way, and another curved line out this way, and we're going to give our tiger some dots. Okay, you can put as many as you want. All right, now for the ears, I'm going to just draw a curved line, just like that. And I'm going to shade it in. Shade it in. Shade it in. So again, notice how I'm trying to not have any orange creeping out from the paper. So you might just have to go back and fill that space in. So our head is finished. Now for the body. Again, we're going to put some lines on the body. So on our tiger's back, we're going to draw 4 very slightly curved lines. Okay, and the legs, we're also going to draw 3 of them. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Ooh, very careful. 1, 2, 3. And for our feet, we're just going to put a black, thick line up top and color in. Okay, and if you need to put a piece of paper underneath so you're not drawing on the table, that will be a good idea. And we're just going to color in the tip of the tail as well. So you might need to just go very slowly. And that's it. That is our tiger finished. You can stop right here, or if you would like to give the tiger a lovely safari background, you can also do that. which I will show you my version of it. But if you want to be creative and create your own background for the tiger, you are obviously more than welcome to do that as well. So for the safari background, I've just used a white piece of paper as a background and gotten myself a green piece of paper. I'm just going to give it some nice green grassland for my tiger, and we're just going to draw some waves along the green piece of paper. So let me put it to a side. So we're just going to draw some curved line up and down and 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 up and down, okay, until we reach the end of the paper. Okay, and then once we've done that, we're going to cut it out and stick it on to our white piece of paper. So now I've got my tiger, I've got my grass, I've got my background. We're just gonna put everything together. So I'm gonna stick this onto the white piece of paper first. So we're gonna stick it on. Just put a layer of glue there. Okay, that should do. Okay, and make sure that this is at the edge of the paper. And just be careful, there's gonna be glue in the middle. We're just going to let it dry and just press with your hands. Okay, and now we're going to stick our tiger on just like that. So glue everything. And the tail. Flip it over. Okay. I'm also going to draw a sun right here and some birds. So I'm going to use, for the birds, my black Sharpie. Okay. And then for the sun, I am going to use a yellow Sharpie. And I'm just going to color that in. I think this one's a bit too small, so instead I'm just going to draw a line, go this way, and just fill the whole corner in like that. Okay, and that's it. That is our paper. Cut out tiger. I wonder where your tiger is.